was it. There wasn't any with trees on there? Not any, and you know, he took several of those because, yeah,
Who was the phone call?
pardon me?
Who was over the phone?
We talked to her over the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, and so did he ever follow up with her on like how she said I got into her face?
Did
Cause
you want a copy of the report?
yes, I'm gonna pay for a copy of the report, but I was just wondering if anyone called her back after I was in here to follow
Well, why
up.
don't you, if this is your copy, do you want to just,
Okay. But also, you know, I told him that Doug,
who was him?
Officer Ellinger,
Okay.
okay, I told him that the bartender, or that the people that I talked to, because she claimed that when I came up onto the deck, she was there with some people, and that I was harassing her and pointing at her and making her feel so uncomfortable she had to get up and leave.
Okay.
And I told him that I walked straight in, and then I talked to Jeremiah Birkenes. You know, I was all the way across the deck on the other side with my back to her.
Okay.
You know, so it'd be impossible for me to be sitting there gesturing and pointing at her.
Okay.
And I saw Doug yesterday. I went up to ask if anyone from HPD came to confirm any of this, and he said no, nobody bothered to come talk to him, or, you know, and I said, "We remember seeing me?" He says, "Yeah." First thing he says, "You came right over." He goes, "You were talking to Jeremiah." I said, "Yep." You know, and so there's plenty of witnesses to verify that what she said wasn't true. You know, I gave him a list of witnesses. I was just wondering if anyone did any follow-up with checking out the fact that she lied.
There's a copy of the report.
Okay, well, I mean, you would know, wouldn't you?
No. I only review the reports.
Okay, but you were down here though, and he was, because you had him turn off, you wanted him to turn off the recording so it didn't get recorded.
What's your point?
My point is, did you investigate it to see that it wasn't true?
No, I review the reports, which you can see on the top of the page. I review the
Okay.
reports. I can't answer a question as to why something did or did not get investigated. We only investigate things as people ask us to investigate.
I did ask
You asked who?
Officer Ellinger
To do what?
to follow up and to see that Carmen, I said I wanted him to file charges against her
Why don't you
for
review the
harassment.
report? Why don't you review the report then, and then maybe that was discussed, or maybe some of your questions are answered in the report.
Okay, but are you his supervisor though on that situation? So then you would know whether it did. I mean, wouldn't you know whether or not he followed up if you're the supervisor?
He investigated the incident, and that's the report right there that you have on the incident that he investigated involving you and Ms. Kronquist.
Right, but that was just yesterday, and you were here, and you're a supervisor, and you just reviewed this, so I'm asking, did anyone do any investigation? Because I asked that it be followed up on, and I asked that you be verified that what she said wasn't true, that she made false complaint against me.
So
and
you're
that
saying you asked Officer Ellwanger to do that?
Correct, and so I'm asking you as a supervisor to make, you know, you would know whether that was done or not, and if it wasn't, I'd like to know why nobody bothered
Well,
to check.
I think what I would do if I were you is to talk to Officer Ellwanger if you requested that, because I think if you would have requested that Officer Ellwanger to follow up on something, I'm sure he would have.
Okay, well, then I'm asking you as a supervisor.
I
tell
haven't
me
seen
the case.
anything else come across my
Okay,
desk.
well, I just want you to know also that I want that followed up on, because there's plenty of witnesses to say that she lied. You know, that she made insulting comments about me to people. You know, Detective Atkinson is investigating slander on her right now. You know, she's made slanderous remarks and defamation of character remarks to other people.
Okay,
You know, this is just another one to add into that bunch.
okay.
And I think it's important that the fact that they're filing one false harassment charge after another against me, that, you know, the HPD should be filing the charges against her, not me, because I'm the victim, not her. You know, this has been ongoing. And then I also wanted to ask you about on May 26th, you know, you went up to Carmen Kronquist. Okay, you already know about the whole investigation when you charged my son falsely with property damage for his stupid roots that are on my property. Okay, that whole thing was dismissed because there was no damage. The stupid roots are still on the ground, but yet you went up there on May 26th. I mean, there's four squads up there. You were up there for almost an hour. And then you filed you put in property damage with a dollar amount of $800 or $900, when you can see the roots, the same roots are still right there in the picture, that the bushes are very healthy, they're growing out way past what they were in the spring. and you didn't bother to contact me or let me know that you even went up there, and I'd like to know why.
Is there anything else, Pat, that you need?
Well, I'm asking a question, like, why wouldn't you contact me about that? When you're filing, you know, you already know that those roots aren't damaged, the bushes aren't damaged, they're the exact same ones. So like, why would you go ahead and,
That case has been, it's closed, it's like done. Why are you bringing it up again?
what do you mean it's done? There's false charges of property
Pat, all right,
damage.
is there anything else that you need from me today?
Well, my question answered, like, why didn't you call me?
Is there anything else that you need today? Do you need me to do? I'm not gonna
You're
get
not
into this
gonna-
conversation.
Well, you're not gonna answer my question, like, why you wouldn't have
Okay,
talked to me?
if there's nothing else, Pat, we'll see you later.
All right, you're gonna make sure then that the thing gets investigated? No?